Okay, so today I'm with my friends.
Hi.
And we're going to be working on a big project. I'm going to take this. So we have these leaf springs. Here's one.
They're mine.
There's somewhere. Yeah, there it is. And they're very strong, so we're going to cut them in half. And nice job. So we're going to cut them in half and use those for our crossbows. And most of you will say, why are you doing this? Because it's really dangerous using steel cable. But we're going to put stuff on the end so it's not the steel rubbing against the steel. And that will make it so it won't break and kill us. Okay.
It gives a thing underneath.
So, even then, I'm great at this. We're going to have a bunch of mechanical advantages so we can actually pull these things out and they won't just pull. We have pulleys and fancy ball bearings. And
oh yeah, I forgot to check.
We're going to wing it and hope it works. So yeah, I'll keep you posted. Oh yeah, and my cousin brought over some machining stuff. So here is a model of a crossbow. This is going to be half the size, or ours are going to be half the size or less, but we are testing out different stuff like trigger systems. This is a very basic one. We're actually going to use a different, and making it so the arrows will slide easily. Yeah, this thing's pretty scary, but it actually doesn't have all that much power. This is our leaf springs.
An estimation of how much it pulled.
Was that 0 in the whole game?
Okay, Milan, say the main steps.
It was 4 points in the whole
Milan,
game.
say the main steps.
Okay, fine. So,
I got like
we're going to go in 3 steps. First off, we're going to make the bow, because the bow is going to calculate how long this neck is going to be. Once we have that down, then we'll actually make the neck, which is probably the easiest. It'll be about 2 feet or so. But then, once we cut it, we're going to weld on a trigger system, which is obviously going to hold our string. And that will be the hardest and the last, which maybe we'll do it tomorrow.
So, first thing we're going to do is cut these pieces here. And then cut those in half.
What if I suck on
And
that?
we're going to try to hook up some sort of system with my angle grinder so that it will cut straightly. BTW, I got this fancy new sign.
That's stupid.
Awesome. It's not. That's not even
I
awesome.
wasn't talking about that.
You better not have
I
done.
was talking about what
This is a little bit.
So I was using the angle grinder to cut this, and I realized that my pants were burning. I burned a hole straight through my pants. So I'm going to have to find something to protect that. Yeah, now I got a little hole there. I put on a sweatshirt to stop it, and it burned a hole through my sweatshirt. Ugh! So after a long time of angle grinding, I finally cut this, and it's pretty precise.
Not too
It just
bad.
takes a long time, so we still got one other to do, so it'll be a bit. So we successfully cut through this half pretty well with an angle grinder, but unfortunately now the angle grinder is overheating and it's really hot. So it didn't actually damage anything. We're just gonna have to let that cool for several minutes. Yeah, I damaged my shirt, my pants, and my sweatshirt. But other than that, and my ego. But yeah, other than that, it's pretty much a success. So at this point, we're just waiting for it to cool down. I'm here alone. The other guys are inside, but my cousin Milan is really frustrated because he wants to get it done so bad, but we have to wait till it's done. I know what he feels like. He organized this whole thing, and he knows if we stop, a lot of times we'll just stay stopped. So yeah, I'm just kind of waiting. Finish off the last of my coffee. Because coffee. Yeah. Oh, I'll get to you once it's cooled down. So we started playing hearts.
We're never playing for who wins.
And then this dude decided to quit all of a sudden because he made a mistake.
Well, it doesn't
So
really matter.
There's big money on the table.
That's
I'm winning.
slowly cooling down. Until
You are not.
No, I was totally winning. You all know I whoop you most of the time. Okay, 50% of the time.
As long
Okay,
as
25% of the time. Okay, it's cooled down enough, and we're about to finish our game of hearts. These guys are acting high, and yeah.
You won.
Wait a sec. Okay, so it's cut.
The last unicorn.
He has the other piece,
The last.
and we're going to build something. We're belt sanding. In case you didn't notice. Okay, so we're getting stuff done pretty consistently. One of the things we're doing is cutting a little edge off here because they're going to mess up our bow. So we're cutting that off and setting it down. And now that we got the main strip cut, we can go pretty fast. Now that that's cut all the way down, we can have multiple people doing stuff. And yeah, pretty much everybody's working except for that dude over there.
He's not getting
He's
a
just being
crossbow.
lazy. Yeah, he's not getting crossbow either, so makes sense. Okay, so we're just about done cutting the edge and sanding them. Now I'm going to start working on the second one. This is going to be a lot of fun, but yeah, that was sarcastic. Wow, it's not good, but so we got to mark that and then we're going to have to go through and cut all that. One thing that's kind of cool with making your own stuff, when you're somebody who's looking at it, you don't realize how much work went into this. Like, we're just doing the bare basics here, just the first part, and it's taking a long time to cut everything, mark it, cut it, sand it. After you've done stuff like this, you realize all the work that's gone into it. Making stuff homemade is not easy. But once you do, you really appreciate what you built. And you definitely get a lot more learning experience. Alright, that second one marked out. We put little places along so you can tell where we needed it, and just put tape over it. And I just cut right along the edge with my nail grinder. So, Kevin decided to be our cleaning person. Good
He
job.
wasn't lazy.
So, while Milan is doing all this delicate marking and stuff, we're sitting around eating candy and playing. But, we did cut the last piece here, and Felix sanded it down.
For you.
We gotta cut some stuff up.
This is my bow,
Yeah.
by the way. We're doing it first.
Yeah.
That way I can stay ahead on technology, so I can design. So by the time you guys get there, I'll have the ideas. So
Yeah, you make all the
It may
mistakes, so we'll have awesome crossbows.
now that you put
And
it that
you'll
way,
have. Anyways, maybe I shouldn't have said that.
yeah.
Okay, so we're having to cut a long way into here
Farther than I was hoping. It's another 2
to put the
inches.
pulley in. Yeah, and then we realized that this metal right here is not very thick with all the strain we're going to be putting on that. So what I think we're going to do, we're going to take some of this stuff.
Oh wow, we're gonna have a hard time stringing this thing. We're gonna be really flexing it just to string it.
And attach it onto there
Let me move my finger.
and weld it on so there's a bit more support. Okay, my educated cousin is going to explain what's going on here.
I like that. Okay, somehow the string attaches to the bolt below this pulley.
Magically.
Here. And let me darken that actually. So this is literally how the compound bow works.
Good for
Comes
you.
around.
As opposed to figuratively?
Yeah, and it's gonna come. Yeah.
Don't judge our art skills, by the way. We
Yeah,
are
well,
mechanics and engineers, not art
Okay.
artists.
So that's a little bit exaggerated, but you get this basic concept. This comes around. Say you want to pull on it, you are literally getting the pulley, so you're getting half the force.
As opposed to figuratively?
Right. So in my case, I think I'm gonna want to do that like this.
My camera's shaking.
Yes, Oliver is too long for me.
Why don't you show them the other side? That was cooler.
Here. So actually, it's gonna look more like this because the string. So this is the string that we're actually gonna be pulling back. These two are just for
Looks.
pulling on. They're actually what's doing more of the bow pulling. I should really show you on the bow. Maybe when we have it. But this is the basic diagram for how it's gonna work. So one of them starts
I
here,
want to
ties
show
around
them
the
your
bolt,
ugly
comes
self.
around, and then just literally goes around like this. Kind of like a figure eight. And the system works great. If we had 2 pulleys, we could actually go like this. Around, and then around another time.
That's what some compound bows do.
Yeah,
Like this
they pull back a long way. They're like sniper crossbows.
So
In
when
our
you
case,
pull
it
that
might
out,
work really nice
it
if we were
doesn't-
using a full size.
It doesn't look
Yeah.
like you're getting very much leverage. So
You're pulling half the weight.
It's raining.
Look, when you pull on this, this just goes around and goes over here. So when you pull on it, it's just going to be pulling this back. You're not really going to
Well,
get any.
they're synced up, so you're pulling both sides at the same time. It's confusing, but it works great because I've shot.
Just trust him and let him do his crazy stuff, and then we'll see that he's really a wizard.
Snickers.
Hey, no, yes. Don't make the tubers hungry.
I drew this diagram earlier. This is a more slightly easier to understand diagram. It shows the same principle except the string is backwards.
Wait.
This is essentially what the crossbow will look like afterwards. This is way too big.
I gotta make the camera focus. It's not working.
Advertisement.
Wow. Wow. Yes. Reese's Pieces. Give us money for advertising your candy.
What time is it?
Lots of money. Lots and lots
Way
of
too
money.
late.
Yes.
Is it 1 o'clock?
It's
Should be
past.
about that.
Probably.
Well, I exaggerated a few things way too much,
Of course you did. Hey, don't do that.
including the time.
Yeah.
It's probably only 12:40.
No.
Okay, that's worse. Kind of ruined it. Anyway,
They won't notice.
Yeah.
It's too blurry.
there's a basic diagram.
Uh-oh, it's focusing. They're gonna criticize your artwork. Here, show them something
Oh yeah,
good.
and that's the
Really
diagram
fast.
for the
Show them something good.
what?
Artwork-wise.
Other side of the page.
Oh, yeah.
See, that's artwork. It's schoolwork.
Schoolwork, yes. This is literally all the drawings I made all throughout high school.
They saw your doodles.
Okay, here you go.
It's terrible. Okay,
There's more of them.
that's better.
Oh yeah, this is actually what we were doing. This is a diagram of what we were trying to do at the moment. So it's just a bolt welded onto the end with the pulley going around, and then somehow the string attaches to somewhere on the bolt. Maybe right here, right
Somehow
there,
we'll
or
do
there.
something and it'll work awesome and we'll wing it and we'll turn out heroes.
Cool.
This is some cool artwork.
Cool.
Anyway,
I'm glad it's blurry so I can't see how bad it
Cool.
is.
Put the pulley on the.
Okay, so
attach the pulley
I hope you got
string
the
and
basic
save the
concept.
world.
That's what we're
yeah,
going
this
to.
is all
Yep.
through high school, all through
Hey, no!
geometry.
Okay,
True.
anyways, yes,
Freak
back to my
out.
candy.
I exist.
Okay, so we're starting to get really inaccurate, me specifically, with cutting stuff, so we don't want to crossbows ruin, so I think we're gonna call it a night.
Take a snooze.
Good night. Kind of, except we're gonna stay up gaming all night probably, but yeah. You guys get to go to your bed.
All night.
So we're back up finally and working on the crossbow again. I'll be a bit, we're still kind of waking up. So,
You say you can't wait till the Jaegers leave?
Eggs are ready.
right
Oh.
now we're trying to find a way to cut this off, but we don't really have anything good enough because the steel is very tempered and very tough. So,
Incredibly tough.
we originally tried cutting in here somewhat with an angle grinder, but that only goes so far. And now, yeah, Mon found a tip that's not his, so he doesn't care about it, and it's really tough. We're gonna try to drill through it. But yeah, we may just have to wait and do this somewhere else. As much as Mon doesn't want to. Okay, so we're working on this, and we just can't find a way to cut out the little notches. So we're either gonna borrow a plasma cutter at some point, or try to use my grandpa's gigantic mill. But we're gonna have to wait in any case because I don't want to ruin this. So yeah, for right now, we're going to see if we can do anything else. Other than that, we'll call it quits for today. So, where we left off before, these things just wouldn't cut. We couldn't find a fast way to cut these. So, it's the next day, and we figured out that I have a metal lift on my shop, so we've got this whole complicated setup with all these clamps. We could chop it extremely fast. So that's what we ended up doing, and then I just have a special blade to chop off that piece right there. And it's actually going pretty fast, but unfortunately we didn't have much time today, and they have to leave, so yeah, I may continue working on my own later, but yeah, it's coming along nice after that. The next thing to do is weld the bolt here and put the pulley on, and then we can, on both sides, and then the bow will be finished, this part. And we have to make that, we have to cut that for the main body, back bar. I don't know the technical term for that, but we have a string, all these clamps, and yeah. Okay, so finished cutting through both of these, and we welded the pulleys on there, just tack welded them. It's not exactly very straight, but that's fine. We're just gonna cut these. We're gonna cut these off later. But for now, we're gonna have it like this so we can tell how long we're gonna need the string to be. But yeah, the bow is about done. It's just temporarily done. Later, we're gonna cut those, like I said, and re-weld them. But yeah.